As far as hip hop, yeah. All right, switching gears. Yeah. So.
Don't sell out now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know what kind of car you driving, but yeah. As far as hip hop, yeah. As far as the beef going on, we spoke about this prior with Kendrick, Drake, all this other stuff. Drake put out a second diss song after Taylor dropped her album the same day. I mean, and he was using AI that made his voice sound like Tupac and Snoop, and he was basically
That's crazy.
yeah, and he was playing both the roles of them talking at Kendrick, and it's kind of like I get it from a creative standpoint. It's a dig because for those
That's
of you,
creative as hell.
yeah, because for those of you who listen to Kendrick Lamar, you'll know on the last track, I believe it's Mortal Man on the Pimp a Butterfly, he's having a whole conversation with Tupac, and there's been interviews where Kendrick has actually said that he had a dream that Tupac came to him in a dream and told them to not let their music die. So the fact that Drake would take that angle in the beef and kind of like flip that, I was like, whoa,
like a low blow.
yeah, that's a crazy low blow. And then,
but wait,
go ahead.
Snoop Dogg is still alive, so how is that legal that he like played him? Like,
yeah, I don't know. There was a video where Snoop kind of like posted on his IG where his phone was blowing up. People telling him he had no idea what was going on. But Snoop, I feel like Snoop is kind of just cool about it. He's just gonna just stay out because he's like from hip hop from the beginning.
Maybe he doesn't care, but like
Yeah.
if I heard someone use like an AI made my voice, I'd be like, hold on, what? And what did I say? What the fuck are you putting in my mouth? Like,
Pause.
Pause.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. And with that being said, after he put out the song, he kind of was basically pressuring Kendrick. That's yo, Kendrick, where you at? When you going to drop the record? It's been a week now. We waiting on you.
Yeah, but he's done this before. Drake has been known to like put two disses back to back, and then it's like everyone's fumbling.
Yeah, exactly. But I get the strategy from it. The chess move where he's taking away avenues that Kendrick can go at him at. To kind of he has
That's like 3D chess.
Yeah, exactly. He has like less ammo to shoot. But after that, then out of fucking nowhere, Kanye leaked a remix of the song Like That with Future and Metro Boomin, because the original one of that song is the one where Kendrick was on that. And Kendrick, kind of did the verse on there that kind of started this whole beef and everybody going back and forth.
Wait, what do you mean? Kanye replaced Kendrick's verse or he added a verse?
No, it replaced it. It's like it's a remix. So it's like...
Replaced Kendrick's verse?
Yeah. So it's like it's Future rapping, and then Kanye comes in and he's talking about whatever, and then he changes the whole production and he has like a background choir, and then he starts dissing. He goes at J. Cole. He says, play J. Cole if you want to keep the pussy dry. Another one he says, he's like, I can't even think of a Drake line. And so like he's like hopping into beef, and even before the song starts, he's like, Kendrick, I got you, like tag me in, I'm gonna get this fool. And to me, it kind of muddied the water, because it's like...
Well, it's a little random, and he's, like, late to the party, and it's really strange.
Exactly. And it's corny, though. It's also corny, because it's like, bro, it's like... like, we don't care about you. Like, in a sense, because... Well, here's a couple of things. We talked about godly stuff, so here's what I'm going to say. So, one is this. People want to see the main event. They want to see Kendrick versus Drake. They don't care about Kanye. Kanye, get out of here. Because Kanye...
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah, 6 or 8 years ago, when you were beefing with Drake, and Drake had whole songs dedicated to you, you didn't say anything. You were hella quiet. Pusha T spoke on your behalf. I was like, so now that 8 years passed, and now all these 15 other rappers are going at Drake, now you want to hop on the bandwagon? It looks corny. And it also empowers Drake. It makes him look like the man, because it's like, dang, y'all have to get all these people together to take out one guy? Like...
Oh, so he actually hurt the cause.
Yeah, it kind of makes it look worse.
Okay, but we know Kanye's so narcissistic, I'm like not really surprised.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think for him, it's like, oh, the attention and spotlight's not on me, so I need to put it back on me. And to me, I'm like, shut up. Like, just sit down. Like, nobody want to hear... Like, you had your opportunity, and you chose to say nothing. Now the real lyricists are going at it, so let them go at it. And you really don't have anything to say.
He said now the real lyricists sit out.
Yeah, because you know why? Because Kanye has been on record saying that he has had Drake ghostwrite for him several songs. and that
Wait, what?
yep, and he's actually said that Drake is his favorite rapper, like his favorite writer. That the way how he can give an idea to Drake and Drake will word it in a certain way that he loves it. So that's why it's kind of crazy for you on the song to be like, I can't even think of a Drake line. I'm like, bro, you could think of whole songs because he gave you songs, whole songs. What are you talking about right now? And it's like, I don't know. I think he just
What
has
are you
this.
talking about?
Yeah, I think he just has this jealousy of him. And going from a biblical standpoint for me as well, it's kind of crazy because it's like, is that very Christian of you? Because like he's in an interview where he's saying that, oh, everybody got together in the studio and we were really excited, we're actually energized about the elimination of Drake. And to me, I'm like, that sounds corny, bro. That like 15 dudes got together in the studio to plot against one guy. And you're supposed to be like Christian and Catholic. Does that sound very godly? Does that sound like something Jesus would want to do? Like, you're supposed to be this Christian guy. So to me, it's like, it just looks bad all around. So that happened. And then the Tupac estate, who's run by Tupac's mother, basically threatened to sue Drake because of the use of AI and using Tupac's likeness on the song without getting their permission.
What are the laws of that? I mean, that's so new.
Yeah, it's a new territory that people are treading, and that's why a lot of people also some are like see the creativity and respect the chess move, but a lot of people are saying that it was in poor taste to read the room because especially now with what's going on with AI, that people are kind of fighting for that. Like, how does that work? Like using someone else's likeness or whatever, and it's like for you to be one of the top dogs and doing that, like. You're supposed to set a better example, and by you doing that, it's almost like telling people, "Oh, it's okay. It's okay. You can even resurrect dead people." So
Whoa, I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah. So he took down the song. So that song is
Wait,
gone.
really?
Yeah, he took it down because he was gonna get sued.
So J. Cole took his song down. Drake took his down.
Yep. And that's funny because I saw a meme where they're like, "Damn, never in hip hop history has this ever happened, but Kendrick Lamar is the only rapper to be in a battle, and two of the battle songs going against him have been deleted. They're gone. Like, they've been taken back."
Point.
Yeah, and I was like, damn. I was like, that's true. So, I don't know. It's interesting, but that's, for the most part, what's going on.
He hasn't responded yet, Kendrick.
No, not at all. It's
almost funny because it's
silent.
Not like I mean, I want him to just to, finish this in a sense. Not that I think he's going to finish them. I'm just saying, like, what's going to happen next. But, like you said, if they were deleted, it's sort of like Kendrick just has to sit back.
Pretty much.
That's crazy.
I mean,
imagine having that much, like, skill, fame, and, like...
leverage?
Just yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I agree. But there's a rumor I saw on one of the hip-hop podcasts that there's rumors of, like, Kendrick's going to be releasing an EP. So he might address a lot of people on that. I think right now people are kind of like, oh, it's taking him so long to respond. What's going on? Because he kind of started the whole thing. But to me, I'm like, if he comes out with something fire, no one's going to care how long it took to come out. They're just going to care about what the result is.
Also, I can't help but think that this is also taking advantage of a marketing ploy. Where, like, they're going to sell all three of them, whatever they release next, it's going to go crazy.
Oh, yeah, definitely. 100%. So I think that's the angle he's working. And if he doesn't say anything, I think, personally, that's a smart move because it allows him to distance himself from the whole posse of people that are trying to go at Drake right now. And it's like, like, distance yourself from that. From those people, Oh,
right, because this is like a 20-person deep thing.
Exactly. Pause. Yeah, and kind of bringing it back full circle, and then I'll get into the next hip-hop news, to what you're saying as far as, like, judging people, right? Like, we all kind of make judgments on individuals. Even, like, when we meet them, we also... people that we're dating or that we're friends with.
Even if we never meet them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes we judge them based on their friends because their friends also represent them, because
exactly. That's what I was saying before,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, what we were saying before is like you choose these people. So it's like, there's that saying that like, show me the 5 people you communicate with the most and I'll tell you your future. Because it's like you're an amalgamation of the people that you're in constant communication with or mingle with. So if you run around with losers, you'll undoubtedly end up a loser. So it's like you have to change your circle sometimes or be aware of who's in your circle because then you'll never grow.
Corinthians.
Exactly. So going back to Kendrick, it's like you have Rick Ross, Kanye, Future, Metro Boomin, Weeknd, all these other guys coming at Drake, and a lot of people would say that Kendrick is on a different level above them. So by him joining the gang, or like I guess the Dark Avengers in a sense, it almost kind of like takes away from his legacy, like his stature of artist, you know. So it's like, you know what, disassociate from them, so this way when it's time to get into the ring, we're not associating you with them. Like they can cheer you on, but you have made it very clear like these are not your people,
Right.
you know. So that's why I think where he needs to go with that, switching out from all the beef stuff, because it's just getting tiring. There's a lot of beef going on. Chris Brown, Quavo, Drake, Kanye, Drake, Kendrick, Drake, Rick Ross. It's like, okay, got it. Like, whatever. In better news, and this is for you, Alexia, Eminem just announced that he's going to be dropping an album in the summer of 2024 that's going to be titled The Death of Slim Shady.
Oh, so he's trying to rewrite again, rewrite himself again.
I think so, but the funny thing about it is that someone found a tweet on Twitter that was written.
I want to hear this tweet, but this goes back to what we're talking about with Tyler. How like it's like we're on a mission, like a scavenger hunt to find this shit, and then like keep up with the times. Like it's worse than high school. Like motherfucker tweeted and he retweeted, then he reposted, then there was a story, then it was deleted, then it went over here, then it was on Clapper, then it was on TikTok, then it was on Shut the Fuck Up. Like
Then it was
anyway,
on Shut the Fuck Up.
go ahead. What was the fucking tweet?
Copywritten. Yeah. So this was interesting, because what it says is like this Twitter user predicted Eminem's new album title, and the tweet was posted on October 8th, 2021. And the literal tweet that this person writes, it says, I came up with an idea that I think will be great for Eminem's next project. What do you guys think? The album concept idea, the album will be titled The Death of Slim Shady. It will be a farewell to a legendary persona. It won't be a retirement project. Instead, it will shock fans by introducing a more laid-back lyricist that's focused on what he's saying instead of how he's saying it. It will pay homage to iconic moments in M's career, with M writing a letter to Slim as a way of sharing how that persona impacted his life negatively and positively, and it will reflect on M's controversies and how he feels about them now that he's much older. The album will also be different from any other project production-wise, because it won't have Dr. Dre's input. It will have more New York producers like The Alchemist, Ninth Wonder, Madlib, DJ Premier, and Q-Tip. So a lot of people are now.
I thought tweets were only like 420 characters.
Well, this is a long tweet. But it's interesting, right, that she wrote this tweet 3 years ago, and Eminem just announced, like, literally verbatim, that's the title of the album. So people are wondering.
What are the chances that he peeped that and like appreciated it and took it and ran with it?
I mean,
he's a big guy.
Yeah.
So like,
pause.
There's a lot of shut up. There's a lot of tweets out in the world. So like, I don't know. The chances of him seeing that one are already slim. But like,
wow,
shady.
Pun intended.
But like, what are the chances that he peeped that and was like, "That's a great idea"?
Yeah. I mean, look, artists get inspiration from everything. Like, you know, me as one of them speaking, that included. You know, so maybe he did peep that and thought that was a good idea. I mean, we won't know how accurate this person's prediction is until we hear the album. And if we hear the album, it's like, damn, everything she said in that tweet is what he's talking about. But I'm going to say this for myself, and then I kind of want to throw it to you, Alexia, because I know you love Eminem. My expectations going into this album, because the last couple albums Eminem has dropped have been surprises. Like, he hasn't done any, like, announcement or promo beforehand. He just kind of dropped it. And you're like, oh, wait, Eminem dropped an album? And everyone ran to go listen to it. So this is the first time in a while where he's kind of, like, letting you know, like, months ahead of time, like, I got something coming. So
well, yeah, I think he's switching it up. And so he can't just keep popping albums out. Like, it's not like, okay, shut up, that's old news. But, like, it's not funny anymore. Like, he's going to promote this one this time.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't done that the last 2 or 3 times. I don't think that that's, like, crazy.
Well, I think it is because, and I think he might actually have something to say on this project, because the strategy that kind of goes with, like, surprise dropping an album is that no one can place expectations on it because they didn't know it was coming. So
That's true, but think about this.
Okay.
Since you said it, I just thought about it.
Uh oh.
It's not that Eminem, I don't think he has like necessarily competition now, but now there are thousands of rappers. I don't want to be like in the 90s there weren't, but like there kind of weren't. They were either like, under the radar or like literally underground rappers. So now there's thousands of rappers on SoundCloud, on TikTok, whatever. And I'm not saying it's Eminem's competition. I'm just saying like Eminem probably got away with dropping albums, like you said, as a marketing ploy to be like, oh, there's no expectations. I dropped something and you already know my name.
Yeah.
Now, it's not that he's competing with these people again. It's just that like this project he's probably so proud of that he's willing to spend time and money on the marketing, which he wasn't doing in the past. And it might be so different that it sort of deserves its own like lane because Eminem, as we spoke about before, is already in every single lane. He might not be like number one in every lane, but he's like top 5 in every lane.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's creating a new one. Who knows?
Yeah.
And if he does exactly what the tweet said, no Dr. Dre and like sort of paying homage to his past, but then like doing something completely new, like if anyone can, it's him. I have complete faith.
Oh yeah. Are you finished? Because I don't want to cut you off.
Pause. Go ahead.
Wow. I actually agree with you. I definitely think that he's doing a proper rollout this time because he has something to say, where it's not just about the shock value or he has to address the critics or the haters. Like, he's actually got a concept, and this is me putting my expectations on the album of what I want to hear from it, because I've said this in the past. As a rapper, as a lyricist, I love Eminem. I think he's one of the greatest to ever do it, if not the best. That debate can be had, and we can go back and forth and whatever, but it's preference at the end of the day, right? So, that aside, I do feel, though, like his music, his concept, and his approach to music hasn't really evolved that much. So
maybe that's what this is.
Yeah, so I would like to see that, because Eminem is kind of someone that, we hold him now in the same tier as like a Jay-Z or a Nas. Like, these are guys we've seen done it all.
What do you mean now?
Well, the thing about it, because Jay-Z, Nas, and Eminem, like, these guys like have already had all the stuff that Drake and Kendrick and J. Cole are going through right now that we're seeing. MJ, Nas, did it years ago. Happened 20, 15 years ago. So They're looking at the game from a bird's eye view. Like, they're in a completely different scope, stratosphere. So I want to hear Eminem talking from that aspect. I don't want to hear him rapping like, I need to prove how good of a rapper I am, or I need to go at everybody who's hating at me because I'm white and they say I'm a guest in the house of hip hop. It's like, people gonna say that anyways. But I want to hear your story.
People are always gonna say that. They're still saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I want to hear your story about what you've been up to these last couple of years in silence. Like, what's really going on in your mind? Like, how are you seeing the rap game? And what are lessons you can impart?
What if that prejudice and judgment is still in his story?
I mean, we'll see. But I think it'll be interesting to see how he approaches it. That's my thing. Is like, how are you going to do it? Because I want him to be more creative in his approach. Because I miss the Eminem that would do something like a Stan, or like a Kim, or like a Criminal, or, Soldiers, or Light Toy Soldiers.
Still, he's one of the few rappers that can encompass all of those categories. And, people are like, well, you don't hear Eminem in the club. Like, what clubs do you go to? Because I do. So, I mean, I don't go to clubs anymore.
Hey, old.
But, yeah, I'm too old. My knees. But again, if anyone can do it, it's him.
No, definitely. And he obviously has the skill. He has the backing. He has the team. He's got Dre. He's got all these people. He's got Aftermath, Interscope. But I would really like to see him put a conceptual piece together. I don't want to hear an amalgamation of songs that sounded good together and basically it's a glorified playlist. I want to hear like a theme, like a concept from one of the greatest to ever do it. And I want to hear it from beginning to end. I want to hear a story. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to see your perspective on stuff. And I don't want to hear all this. Fair. I don't want to hear rap, lyrical, miracle, spiritual, biblical. Like we know that you can rap fast. You can rap faster than a computer. Like, but I don't care about that anymore. I want to hear a story. I want to
Or
hear.
maybe he's gonna blow us out of the water with something that's never been done before, the same way Drake made an AI rap of a dead guy.
I definitely don't think Emma's gonna do that. I think he has too much pride
No,
in his
not that,
pen.
but do something like that we wouldn't think. Like I would never think to pretend to be Tupac and talk to Kendrick. That's what I'm saying.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. But when I'm talking about like concepts, like Joyner Lucas, I think is one of the best examples, right? Like you would think about Joyner Lucas's music videos and his songs and the subject matter he talks about. There's a lot of creativity put on there. You know, like it isn't just some dude rapping his ass off. Like, man, he raps really good.
Yeah, but
Like,
Eminem does that too. Not all of his songs are just, showing off.
no, definitely not. But that's what I'm saying. Like, Eminem hasn't done that in a while lately. Like one that was really big. Like, think
Yeah,
about
but
it.
he doesn't really have to. Why does he have to prove himself to you constantly?
No, I don't want to say, like, see, it's not proving yourself to me. Because I know you could rap. You have the ability to rap better than anybody else. But I want to see your growth and progression in making a song and making an album.
And
Like,
that's all valid, and I agree.
like here's what I'll compare it to. Let me just finish this point. Drake, I don't know if you listen to Drake albums. I'm sure you listen to Drake as opposed to Kendrick, right? That's what I want to see. Like Eminem is kind of has done in a sense what Drake has done, where it's like the best songs put together on a playlist and like on a elaborate playlist, and that is an album. Where you listen to a Kendrick album, it's conceptual from track 1 to track 14. Like everything tells this story. There's a thread line that goes through everywhere. I want to see M do something more like that. Not just on a singular level on single songs, but conceptually a whole project, like thought out.
So if that doesn't happen to the death of Slim Shady, are you gonna is he gonna lose respect in your book?
No, he's not going to lose respect. For me, I just don't want to see him leaning on the same tropes anymore, especially when you're going to have an album called The Death of Slim Shady, because even you can agree to this, right? Eminem is kind of known, right, for like going away for a little bit, and then he'll come back with a song that's of the same feel that's like, I'm back. Oh, I was gone, but I'm back.
Yeah,
You
but I
know?
can't help but think when you were talking about the healers, how you didn't want like a psychic reading because you don't want expectations, and here you are placing all these expectations.
Well, look, I'm placing expectations about this. I'm talking about my future, like how I'm going to die. I'm placing expectations as far as like, okay, as a piece of entertainment and what I hope this artist is going to deliver. And so I was agreeing with you because
Yes, but if he doesn't do that, are you going to be upset?
like I said, I can only say that once I hear the album. I
You're only
can't.
going to be upset if he does the same thing as he did the last three
Well, no,
albums.
because if he does something similar, but it's like really good, like different. I don't know. Like it's hard to me explain. It's
Well, I
kind of
don't know.
hard. It's kind of hard to me give an
That's opinion
intangible.
based.
Yeah, but if he does something and it's really good, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, like it wasn't what I wanted, but this
But that's
this
why
is
I'm
just as
saying,
good
like,
as well.
if he does something that like hasn't been done before, and I can't name that because I don't, if I would name it, then probably someone would do it already. Like it'd be something like phenomenal. At least that's what Eminem does. I feel like so.
I
I
feel
wouldn't be
like
surprised.
I feel like he hasn't done that lately. That's what it is, and I think
Yeah, but
I feel like that's what we
again,
need from him.
yeah, but again, if anyone can do it, it's him. So
Well, yeah,
I don't
if
know.
anyone can do it, I agree, it is him. But the last 3 projects, he hasn't done that. So like you said, if anyone could do it, it's him. But it's
Yeah,
like,
but
all right,
he
the last
hasn't.
3
That
you
was a
haven't,
choice not to. It's not that he couldn't.
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I hope this choice is
Well, yeah, so
different.
why would he be like, "Oh, it's the death of Slim Shady," and then do the same shit? Like,
I don't
it's,
know. I'm not
I
in that
mean,
man's head. I'm not in the studio with him. That's what I'm saying. So I mean, a lot of people can say that about his album Revival. Why did he do that? A lot of people say that's one of his worst projects ever. And he'll stand against that. I've never heard the album. I'm not sure if you have, but a lot of people don't like that album. You could say like, oh, why did he do that? Maybe he was trying something different. So that's why I'm hoping that this different thing that he's doing isn't another revival where like it reverts to him having to go back to the Kamikaze thing, because that's what happened with Kamikaze. He dropped Revival. He wanted to do something drastically different from what he did all his albums. people didn't receive it well. They panned him. Critics hated it. People were trashing him
Yeah.
on podcasts. And then Kamikaze was a response to all of that. And to me, I'm like, I don't want to see you get shaken on your ground. I want to see you stand on your purpose
Well,
and take that feedback and really show us something different.
I guess time will tell, but Eminem wouldn't be marketing this if it was the same old shit.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I agree with you. Because I'm like, by him doing this, I think he willingly knows he's setting it up expectation. Because he said that with Kamikaze. He said that in an interview. They're like, why did you drop it? They asked him, why did you drop Kamikaze like that? He's like, because people place expectations on stuff. He's like, so if I just drop it on you on a Friday, you don't have times to form what you think it should be. You just have to accept it for what it is. So he's well
Right.
aware of that. So I think by
He's
him
well
doing
aware.
this,
And
yeah.
him doing this marketing, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's probably some huge project, like amazing. So,
I mean, the title alone says that, right?
I mean, it's already hard for him to disappoint me in that sense. So, okay, but
Did you say
I
bang
mean,
bang?
no, I said
Uh,
but it's exciting.
no, it definitely is. So I'm really curious to see how it goes. I just really hope he doesn't set up our expectations and then like let us down or disappoint. So yeah, I don't know. What are your expectations for the album? Do you have any, or are you just like anything Eminem shits out, you're just gonna gobble up?
Pause. No. Um, I mean, I'm excited to hear it, but not as excited as the Wolverine Deadpool movie. But like, I'm not gonna go
Wow,
run to listen to it.
that
But
was a
I
crazy
definitely will.
transition.
No, I'm just saying, Eminem's my guy, but I'm not like on his dick. Like, pause. I'm just like, um, and I don't want to place expectations on it either, because whatever it is, it's better than anything I can do. So it's gonna be fire no matter what. Like,
Yeah. You know what? And I'm happy you brought that up. I think for me, the reason why I'm placing those expectations, I think this is the artist side of me speaking, because I want to feel inspired. And Eminem, his music back in the day used to inspire me a lot. So I just want him to create and put out something that I'm like, oh, wow, that inspires me as an artist. Like just the route that you took with that.
yeah, not best case scenario, but like that would be an even like a plus, I guess, a plus. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So,
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening to us rant about judging people and healers, and then the rap world. If you like what you
crazy.
hear, please follow us on Instagram at Behind the Struggle. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, also at Behind the Struggle. Once again, I'm your girl Alexia. You can find me on TikTok at Asexia and Instagram at Lexia_Lou.
And you guys can find me and all my stuff at thisisceo.com. Let us know how you guys feel about the new format, long form. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Bye.